Hey Josh, it's Tuesday, and first off, to answer your question from last week, I don't really go to many events anymore, to be completely honest. I mean, there's stuff that goes on downtown every now and then. I'm hoping to go to, Halloween downtown this year, and I probably won't drink at all, because you know me, I don't drink, much, at least, but, but yeah, there really isn't a whole lot of events that I really go out of my way to go to, that are outside of Kent at least. So yeah, there you go. But speaking of Halloween, it is... I don't know how many days there are until Halloween. I'm not keeping track at all, actually. I have a couple friends that are, though. But I figured it's about 2 months away, or... yeah, it's 2 months away, so I'm gonna start talking about it, because I need to figure out what, what I'm doing for my costume. I had an idea of what I wanted to do for this year. I actually got candy corn right now. I bought some earlier today. But yeah, the idea that I have, for this year is... I should probably finish what I was chewing first. Kind of similar to what I did, not last year, well, kind of last year, but also the year before that. The year before, last year, as I'm sure you are aware, I had the, Halloween D&D costume party thing, because we had a session around the time of Halloween, and I was just like, hey, why don't we dress up as our characters, because that's a cool thing to do, and people actually agreed, and so that's what I did last year. But the year before it, I actually went as a different OC from original character from back when I was doing role-playing off of Facebook, which it's been a couple of years now. Ever since I started Dungeons & Dragons, I've basically stopped doing online roleplay stuff through Facebook and such, much to the sadness of a few of my friends that I met through roleplay, but oh well. But yeah, it's so two Halloweens ago, I dressed up as original character of mine known as Marcus. I can't remember if I talked about it back then, but I had a couple of other characters from that same roleplay. And one of them's name was Nero, and yes, I stole that from ancient Rome. But he's an interesting character, in my opinion. None of the people in that roleplay liked him, though, which was the point. He was one of the antagonists, I guess you could say, of it, because when you're just doing, like, four-person stuff without anyone specifically being like, this is what's going on, like it is with Dungeons & Dragons, you kind of have to make your own antagonists, and he was one of the antagonists for one of the arcs, I guess you could say, that we went through with it. That roleplay went on for a year and a half. It was ridiculous, but, and it just would not die, because we started completely different groups whenever some of the other people weren't able to make it. So, yeah. But, but yeah, Nero is his name. He's... like I said, he is an antagonist. I wouldn't necessarily call him... oh, sorry. I wouldn't necessarily call him a villain in it. Most of the people in that group would say that he was very much a villain, though. But yeah, really, the only things that I remember about him is that he was kind of sadistic, and he used a spear. Actually, he used two spears, but now that I've looked into spears, it's just like, how would you even manage using two spears? So I'm gonna be changing it to just having one spear for this costume. But yeah, that's all that I have for him right now. So I'm still trying to figure out figure out how to get a... I'm hoping to get more of a LARP thing, sort of similar to... Don't mind me while I'm almost falling. Sort of similar to these, which are in desperate need of some touch-up, as I'm sure you are cringing right now because of that. But, I'm looking at getting something like that. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get it for relatively cheap, though. But another friend of mine actually said that if I couldn't find anything, that he knows how to make, more realistic-looking foam prop spears, sort of like Boffers. So, yeah, I guess that'll do it for this video. So, Josh, my question for you is, do you know anywhere that I can go to get a decent, LARP, more realistic looking LARP, weapons for relatively cheaper? So that'll do it for this video. So Josh, I will see you on Friday. Later, bro. Good luck with moving, by the way. I heard that that's what you're doing today. Later, bro.